My name is Sacha. For those of you who haven't met me or done an online yoga class through first. But today will be half an hour somatic yoga practice where there is lots of time to connect with your body, connect with your breathing, instead of it being a fast flow. There'll be pauses in between. So if you've never done yoga before, you can do this yoga session. You can join. I have a chair here as well for those of you who don't like to be seated on the floor, or maybe dealing with some physical issues and that's why it's not comfortable right now. So I'll show a few of the things also that we will be doing also from a chair. I have a few pillows here just to give me a little bit of height in some of the things we're doing. You can also use a bolster if you have one. I like to sit on something small here. So make yourself comfortable. Maybe take a minute to find some pillows if you need a few. And this is your practice, so modify as you need. We're all in different places today, physically, emotionally. Our skin might feel different today than it did yesterday, so honor where you're at today. And if you feel like not doing a certain movement, feel free to do your own movements, right? It's more about how you feel when you move than how it looks. So to start today, if you have your pillows, and I also have a water here. I need to drink lots of water, probably many of you as well. So, and starting today, with some gentle circles. And you can do this from a chair, you can do this seated, and maybe you're sitting a little bit higher than I am. Maybe you're sitting on your knees, on your shins. And you can decide how you like to sit and how you like to move. So making circles with your upper body. It's a possibility of making them very small or bigger. We all need different things sometimes. Sometimes making big circles might feel really good, as it does for me today. But sometimes it might be more comfortable to make little circles, almost like you're not moving, but you're still moving. So making circles. And when you feel complete, coming to stillness, you can leave your eyes open. You can also close your eyes for a moment and notice your body, the connection your body makes with the floor beneath you. Just noticing maybe your feet are touching the floor, the tops of your feet. Maybe your seat on your chair. Just noticing for a moment that connection. And then taking a big inhale in and a sigh out. Maybe two more. Inhale in and a big sigh. And then from this seated form, however you're seated, Making some, or doing I'm making a movement from side to side. Let's do that first. I just have to make up my mind what we're doing first. So moving from side to side, maybe bringing your knees up, maybe not. Your movements can be very small today. My movements are a little bit bigger today, might be different tomorrow. And then from here, you can place your hand on the mat or on your chair if you're sitting on a chair, and then raising the opposite arm up, maybe to the ceiling or overhead. Your choice. And perhaps you're noticing a stretch here on this side when you're doing this. Maybe you feel it in other parts of your body, that's also possible. And then from here, inhaling back to center. And then taking a pause here, noticing maybe a difference in sides. And then placing your other hand on the mat and raising your arm up, either staying here or overhead. And then perhaps noticing a stretch on the side of your body. And just noticing, no judgment. Just noticing, oh, this side might feel different than the other side. Just an observation. And then inhaling back to center. And both palms or both hands or fingertips on your legs on the floor. And we'll do that one more time at your own pace. Maybe you like to move between sides. Maybe you like to hang out on one side. You can choose that for you, make that choice for yourself. So sitting tall first, inhaling, reaching your arm up, and maybe exhaling overhead or staying straight. And then this is where you can choose to move from side to side or stay on one side a little bit longer. Maybe this time you feel a little bit more movement on that side. Maybe you can stretch a little bit more, maybe not. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, or inhaling arms up, arm up, exhaling overhead. And see if you can breathe towards that side where of your body where you feel the stretch. Back to center, exhaling, both arms down. Maybe some shoulder rolls here, if you like. Just rolling your shoulder one by one. Moving our joints, so important. And a lot of us with ichthyosis might have some joint issues. Maybe a little bit stiffer in the morning, maybe just like some pops and noises when you move them. So really important to keep them lubricated, keep moving your joints, even though it's sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. And not overdoing it, but just some gentle movements for all your joints is very helpful. And it might feel awkward sometimes when your skin is pretty tight. So then you can make the movements really small, right? It doesn't have to be very big, but at least try, if you can, some movement, right? And then from here, some movement for your spine and On the inhale, you're bringing your arms out as in like in our cactus arms and bringing your shoulder blades together on your backside. And then on the exhale, you're bringing your hands or your arms together and rounding your spine forward. So inhaling, exhaling. Keep going at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling, moving your spine, extending and flexing your spine. One more. Just still just maybe shake it out a little bit. I always like to shake. We hold so much tension in our bodies, so sometimes just shaking that tension out and just a smile helps too. So from here, I like to suggest moving onto hands and knees. If your knees are sensitive or being on your hands is sensitive right now, maybe have some padding or something soft underneath. And if it's not an option for you today, then don't, right? You don't have to do these things. Maybe tomorrow is a better day. I'm just moving this to the side and then on hands and knees. And when you're on a chair, this could also be being on hands and knees, right? Don't have to be here necessarily. And if your hands are, if you have a problem flattening your hands, you have the palm of your hands on your mat, you can also be on make fists. Maybe that might be more comfortable. Maybe if your wrist is a little sensitive here, sometimes having your hands out might be more comfortable. So you have some choices here. When you find your way of being in this form, and I have my toes tucked, you can also have your the tops of your feet flat, up to you. And then from here, lifting one leg, keeping your hips the same height. So you don't want to open up your hips. It's more of a like 90, or just keeping your hips straight. And then from here, just tapping, lifting and tapping. You can feel your glutes doing a lot of work here. Just strengthening that glute muscle a little bit here. And you can stay here. You can stay here. You can maybe stay here in this form, just straightening or flexing your foot behind you. Another option is to bring your foot to the side. Bring your foot to the side, sliding it in and back, right? Making a half a circle or quarter of a circle. Your hip joint moving. There's also an option of keeping your foot on the floor while you're doing it and sliding it. You can choose how you like to do this. Maybe a few more. Stretching, straightening your leg, sending it up. And your circle can be also smaller, right? This is just where do you feel, can you create some range of motion in your hip? And keep going. I don't have space on the other side, so I have to turn around to the other side. So take a moment here, find your hand placement. What is comfortable for you, or what feels okay for you today. And then from here, lifting your leg, and I'm hitting the chair here. Lifting your leg and tapping with your toes. Keeping your spines nice and straight, keeping your hips square. Just lifting your about your leg up and noticing that your glute is doing the work. From here, you can decide to keep doing this or lifting your leg, keeping it still, or to make move in like a quarter of a circle, bringing your leg in, straight, out, in, or you can choose to slide on the floor, making circles, quarter of a circle with your foot. Maybe two more. However you like to move. And then when you are ready, maybe take a moment in child's pose. So a child's pose, for bringing your knees out, sitting back onto your heels, and then walking your hands forward, and maybe your forehead is touching the floor. If not, and you did bring some pillows, and you can just, and then you can rest a little bit higher, right? If you're in your chair, you can be here. This is better for you today. You can be here, knees out, taking a moment here. So you can choose your child form, taking a moment there, resting. And in child form, there's an option here to notice your breath in your, like breathing towards your back. So when you're in your child's form, just notice your back moving with the inhale and the exhale. A few times noticing the inhale and exhale and the movements of your back. And from here, slowly coming to sit on your heels and to make your way to a standing form. One way of doing that might be through downward facing dog. If that is not something you would like to do today, then make your way to a standing form however you like. To go into downward facing dog, we'll place our hands however we like to place our hands. Could be on fist as well. On a mat, tucking your toes. And then from here, use your core also to press up into a V form. Like pressing up into this form. And then from there, walking your hands towards your feet towards your hands. Maybe hanging out here for a little bit. And then on the inhale, you can bring your hands towards your hips and then standing up. And I notice that part of my body is not visible. So I'm just moving the camera here. Yeah. So here, standing form, we'll do one balancing form. We'll go before we go back down on the mat again. So in this balancing form, you're welcome to use a wall, hold on to a chair, whatever you have available, especially if you've never or haven't done balancing form for a while. I like to stand on the floor because my mat is a little thick, and then balancing is a little bit harder. If you have a flat surface, makes it easier. So for balancing form, just notice you're standing straight, maybe lifting your toes. So you really feel the four corners of your feet pressing into the floor. And then shift your weight over to one side, to one foot. Really press that foot into the floor. You can relax your toes now. And then we're not really hanging into this side, then we're still standing up straight. And then just lifting. See if you can lift one leg. And you can decide if you like to. See? Okay. Having a wall near you is really nice sometimes. And maybe lifting your leg higher, you can choose. Maybe lifting your arms is also an option. Keep breathing, finding a place in front of you on the floor that's not moving is helpful as well. Steady gaze. And then from here, placing your foot down and just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then let's do that on the other side. So notice that you're really pressing your foot into the floor, leg is strong and we're not here. We're standing up straight, really pushing into the floor and then lifting your foot. And it might be here, maybe you like to just stand on your toes. Right? Maybe higher, you can choose. Maybe lifting your arms as well. And then find that point on the floor again, it's not moving. Steady gaze. And then coming back to shaking your body. And maybe here, just doing some dynamic twist. And your arms flop from side to side. Another great way to move your spine. Dynamic twists. And then we'll do stillness here for a moment. And some breathing and movements of your arm. And one way of doing that might be to inhale, bringing your hands together. I know you can't see the tops of my hands, but my hands are together like this. Inhale and then exhale, bringing your hands down. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Great job. And from here, move to sitting on your mat. So again, you can do that through downward facing dog. You can also make your way to a seated form, however you like to be seated. So if you like to move from downward facing dog, one way of doing that, so inhale, reaching your arms up, and then exhale, forward folding, bending your knees as much as you need to. And then from here, stepping, inhaling halfway up with the flat back. And then exhale, plant your hands, stepping your feet back into downward facing dog for a moment. And then coming to your seat. And my little bit of height here. And then to end this practice today, I would like to offer breathing visualization. And one way of doing it is to have your hands palm facing up on your knees and close your eyes. And then visualizing that you're breathing from your right hand all the way up to your right nostril on the inhale. And from your right nostril all the way up between that space between your eyebrows, to that space between your eyebrows here. So inhaling from your right hand up to your right nostril, to that space between your eyebrows. And then exhaling from that space between your eyebrows, out from your left nostril all the way down to your left hand. Then inhaling from your left hand all the way up towards your left nostril, towards that space between your eyebrows. And then out through the right nostril all the way down to your right hand. Inhaling right side. Exhaling left side towards your left hand. Inhaling from your left hand, left side. Exhaling right side. Inhaling right side all the way up. Exhaling left side all the way down towards your left hand. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling right side. Exhaling left side. Keep going a few more at your own pace. And breathe out through your right side. Just take a deep inhale after through both nostrils. So whenever you're done, breathing in and breathing out. A deep inhale in and exhale out. And bringing your hands together to your heart center for a moment. And take a moment to acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day to meet your body in the present moment, to notice sensations, to notice your breath. And I'd like to thank all of you for doing yoga. Thank you very much. Namaste. Have a great day, everyone. Great evening if you're watching this video later in the day or in the evening. And let me know what you thought of this short exercise, short yoga session. And I'll see you next time.